So if you guys would like yourselves a super fast iron farm like the one I have right here, that's very simple to build, that will give you tons upon tons of drops of iron, and also it doubles as a string farm. Make sure you guys stay tuned throughout the whole entire video to see how we build up this really good iron farm. So hello there everybody, and welcome back to another video. And as you guys could tell by the intro right there, in today's video we are going to be building ourselves up an iron farm. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. This iron farm is like super fast, as you guys could see in the intro there. First of all, we need to be at least 100 or so blocks away from the nearest village or anything like that. Yes, there's a village over there, but I already checked, it's like 200 blocks away, so that way we are good. And that iron farm is more than 100 blocks away. So for the materials, it's really not material heavy. We need a minecart with hopper, a couple chests. I'm just gonna have 4 chests, 2 hoppers. We need 10 workstations that are a solid block, so I just have fletching tables because those are super cheap to make. 2 water buckets at least, 1 block of magma, a magma block, whatever, at least 1 rail so that we can place the minecart with hopper on it. And then we just need a whole bunch of solid building blocks, whatever you want. And then we just need a whole bunch of glass and just a little bit of leaves. These aren't exact measurements, but these are about. So the first thing we are going to do is grab ourselves our solid blocks. We're going to go ahead, we're going to build a total of 4 blocks up from the ground. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can go destroy the 3 blocks below that, just like so. And then now what we're going to do, we're going to pick a direction. Let's say we'll make the farm over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to build out by 22, and there's going to be a total of 23. So if this right here counts as 1 block, that's going to be 1, and then we're going to build a total of 23. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 23, just like that. So this is 23 blocks long. Now we're going to turn this way and we'll do the same exact thing. So this right here counts as 1 block. So then we're just going to build out 22 more. So, well, 23 more. This counts as 1 block. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 3. And perfect. That's all we need. Now all we would have to do is connect the square up. Again, from this block all the way down to this block at the very end, that's 23. To this block, that's 23, and then again from this block right here all the way down to over here, that is 23 blocks. Once again, I know I get measurements messed up sometimes, so I'm just making sure you guys get this right. Now it's very simple. All we have to do is go ahead and connect these two together. So I'm just going to build this out until it's even perfectly with that side. So even perfectly with this side, about, and then we're just going to pull this over here just like so. As you see, they run into each other perfectly. And then, as you can guess, all we're going to do is we're going to fill in this whole entire space like this with just our solid blocks. So go ahead and do that real quick. Then next up, all we're going to do is come to this top platform that you just filled in. And when it comes to the edge right here, okay, so on top of the edge, and we're just going to build up 1, 2 blocks just like that. And we're just going to surround the farm in a nice 2-block high wall. So go ahead and do that real fast. So then after you have yourselves a nice 2-high wall all the way around the farm, what we are going to do is grab ourselves our leaf blocks, and we're just going to go ahead and place leaf blocks on the tops of that 2-high wall that you just built, going around the whole entire farm, just like this. So it's going to look like that. So then next up, what we're going to do is grab ourselves our solid blocks once again. We're going to come down to the farm, and we're just going to pick 2 sides. Let's say this side, and we're just going to build out 2 solid blocks on the each and every one of this. Well, not each and every side, but just on these 2 sides. So 2 blocks out this whole way on this side, all right, this one side. And then what we're going to do, once we're done with that, we're going to go to the opposite side and do the same thing. And only on these 2 opposite sides are we placing blocks. Not on that side, not on that side, but on this side. And then right here on this opposite side, we're just going to go ahead and place ourselves some solid blocks all the way through. Then next up, what we're going to do is grab ourselves some blocks again and at least 2 buckets of water. We're going to come off the edge right here, and we're just going to build ourselves a nice little temporary platform that looks like this. It's going to be this big, and because what we need is we just need 4 blocks down here. And because what we're going to do real fast is 4 blocks. We're just going to pick this up. We're going to put 4 blocks in the bottom like this. And great, I fell. But you guys can see what we're doing. We're going to be making ourselves an infinite water source. So just got to hop up here. Once again, 4 blocks like that. And then water bucket. And then now you can take however many buckets you want. Oops, don't do that. Otherwise you mess it up. Like I was saying though, you can take however many buckets you want and fill them all full of water. Just like this, like we were doing. Make sure you don't do it too fast, otherwise that may happen. But you guys get the point, because now what we can do is we can just go ahead and fill that up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to jump in the farm, and along the backs of every single one of these sides, we're going to place just water buckets on the backs of all of this just like so. Now make sure you only do it on the two sides that have these extra blocks, these two extra blocks. So we're just gonna go back and forth. You can break a block temporarily if you have to get in and out. But yeah, just go back and forth, fill it full of water. And like I said, only that side and only that side. Don't do this side or this side quite yet. We have a different plan for that. Then next up, after you go ahead and fill both sides with water, you should have a perfect lane down the middle just like this. If you do, that means you've built it right so far. We're going to come to this edge right here where there's no water. We're going to place one block, place a water bucket on top of that. And then we're going to come to this opposite side and do the same as that thing. Place a block, water bucket on that. Now you should have exactly 3 spaces left. Perfect. Because then now what we do on this side, we're going to add a second block. You got to place the water first. That will cover up that. We're going to add a second block right here. That will cover up that. And we should have exactly one singular block in the middle right here. And then that one singular block that you have right there in the center, we can go ahead and pop that thing out. And then put a magma block right there, because this is where the iron golems will all flow down into. And then as you see, that's going to go ahead and kill them. And then now all we're going to do is we're going to hop out here and we're going to pop to the underside of the farm. We're going to find where that magma block is. Then we're just going to grab ourselves our rails, We're going to grab our hopper, our chest, and our minecart with hopper, and our one rail. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come directly underneath this magma block. We're going to go down by 2 blocks. We're going to place a chest right here, another chest right there for a nice double chest, and right underneath it, we're going to place the same exact thing, because this will just give us more storage. What we can do, we can go ahead and break those 2 blocks. We can run hoppers that are even with this, so a hopper right here and a hopper right here. And the reason we do it this way is because it's a much better storage system than running a chest into a hopper into a chest. It's much easier to do this because all the drops will fly down to this bottom one. When this bottom one is full, it'll then fill up this chest, and it just looks much more uniform instead of doing the other way. But now we're just going to place a block here to step up on. Place a rail right here. Crouch place it on this hopper. Place a minecart with hopper on that. Then we're going to go ahead and just break that rail out. Make sure you're real careful. Only break the rail. So that way that minecart with hopper is staying right there. We're going to grab ourselves a little bit of glass. We're going to cover this front side in these 1, 2, 3 blocks of glass. The reason we do that is to keep the minecart with hopper in there so it doesn't move around. And also we can still access this chest since it is glass. Then we're just going to surround the rest of this minecart with hopper with some blocks, just to make sure it has absolutely no chance of moving whatsoever. And then that is our collection system all done and dusted. So now, as you guys will see, whenever blocks, or let's say iron golem dies, we can even just throw in some blocks as demonstration. They will flow perfectly to that center magma block. Just give it a second. You will see it'll get sucked up as soon as it gets there. Boom, it's gone. And as you guys will see, it will go ahead and float to this bottom chest just like so. And alright, so next up, what we're going to do is grab ourselves our glass blocks. We're going to come up here to this middle. We're just going to place one glass block right there on the magma. And then we're going to build up a total of 3. So that's 1, 2, 3 blocks high, just like that. And then right, then what we're going to do is we're going to face towards where those things are, that side with the water and the 2 blocks. You guys see it? Just look on the screen. And what we're going to do is we're going to build out 3 more. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 additional facing that way. Then when I come to the opposite side, do the same exact thing. That's 1, 2, and 3 additional facing out that way. And now what we have to do is we're just going to pick one of these sides. Let's say go to our left, and we're going to build up by 1, 2, 3 blocks. Oops, 3 blocks right there. And then on this right side, we're going to build out 1, 2 blocks, and then we're going to go ahead and hop back up here and copy the same exact thing over on the other side. So as you see, 3 blocks to the left, to the right. We're going to do the same thing so it's perfectly even. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 blocks out this way. And then once again, 1, 2 blocks out this way. And then we can go and connect all this glass up together. Now keep in mind too, all this glass is just temporary blocks, because this is where we will be placing all 20 of our beds on. So go and just fill this all in just like so. Nice. And alright, so we got ourselves our 20 beds. Now these beds can be any color you want, keep in mind. What we're going to do is we're going to start placing these beds so that it looks like this. And as you guys can see, we will leave a whole layer open on this side, because then we're going to turn around, do the same as that thing right here. And then we're just going to use our little pick block systems, because pick that block right there. And then what we're going to do, as you can see, this should be 14 beds, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have that duplicated twice, just like so. Then we should have ourselves 6 beds left over. What we're going to do is we're just going to go and we're going to place, starting on this corner, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 beds. You should have 1 block left, which is perfect. And we're just going to copy the same as that thing on the other side. That's 1, 2, 3 beds for a total of 20, because we have 14. Then 3 more, then another 3, and that's 20. Then now what we can do is we can go and grab ourselves our pickaxe, just come below here, and we're just going to break out every single one of these glass blocks, because we do no longer need these glass blocks, but we will need glass once again in just a second here to put all of our villagers in. Oh, and by the way, if you guys didn't already, you can go ahead and destroy your infinite water source that you have over here, because we do no longer need that for anything at all. So now that we are on top of our beds, we can go ahead and grab ourselves our glass blocks, and what we're going to do on the pillows of these beds, we're going to place a total of 5 glass, but it has to be in the middle. So essentially, we're going to start right here on the second bed. We're going to place glass on it. Crouch place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And we're going to do the same as that thing over here on this side on those tops. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you can see, perfectly in the middle. There's one bed left over on each side. Then we're going to go ahead and hop behind these where these 3 beds are. I'm just going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of glass. That is the same exact length as what we already have. So right back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like so. So it looks something like this. Then what we're going to do is on this front side where we place all these glass blocks, we're just going to place 5 on top of it, just like so. We're going to do the same exact thing over here on this side, on the fronts, like I said. Then we're going to place a block right here. That way we can go ahead and hop up on here. We're going to place 1 block coming out of the side like that. 1 more like that. 1 more like that. And then we're just going to copy that on all these sides. And that's because this right here is where all of our tables are going to be going in just a moment here. So again, copy them just like so. Copy it like that. And like that. Just like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build up this whole entire thing that we just built up 2 blocks high to make sure the villagers cannot get out. So go ahead and do that all the way around. Then go ahead and do that same as that thing over here on this side all the way around, just like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this top row and we're just going to cover this in glass, leaving that bottom row open and available for us to place down all of our tables. We're going to go ahead and place glass blocks along here as well. And now what we have to do is we have to get villagers in here. And don't place down your tables yet, because what you want to do is you want to get 1 villager in, and then place a table down, and I will demonstrate how that looks. So it's going to go ahead and take some temporary blocks and make a nice little bridge into the middle there, and then a nice little bridge down. And I'm just going to use railroad tracks and minecarts to transport my villagers. As you guys know, very simple way. And if you want a villager breeder, I actually just uploaded a video a couple videos ago, I believe, on how to make a really simple villager breeder. So if you need a villager breeder, then there's one. So yeah, again, just gonna make this down, then we're just gonna throw rails and stuff like that on top of that and get the villagers in the minecarts and ready to go. And then right, so I got myself a villager over here, and what we're gonna do, we're just gonna push him up the minecart rail just like so. He will be sent up and into his little container, as you guys will see in a second here. Perfect, just like that. You can go destroy that block right there. Anyways, he'll be sent up into his container perfectly just like that. And then what we can do is we can go and destroy the minecart if we want to, right down here. Destroy the minecart. Then what we're going to do is we're going to place our fletching table now, or whatever solid block you want. And we're going to wait for this guy to sink up to it. There we go. And the reason why we want to do this is because if we were to place all the tables in, then throw all the villagers in, some of the villagers over here on this side will get linked up with the villagers over there on that side. And that's not good, because then they will lose their jobs every once in a while, and then that will decrease the spawn rate. And so yeah, you just every 1 villager you get in, put in your fletching table, make sure he links up to it. As you guys saw, the green meant he linked up to it. And then if you want to get out of here, just place a minecart up here, hop up into the minecart, then jump out and go ahead and break it. That's how I get out. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. A total of 5 villagers. That's because there's 5 workstations, so 5 villagers on this side and 5 villagers over there on that side. And I'll be back with you guys once we go ahead and do that. And alright, so after you go ahead and have all of your villagers in here, as well as all the fletching tables now all linked up perfectly, you guys will start having cats spawning, and that's because this can double as a string farm. You'll get plenty of string from the cats that spawn, as well as plenty of iron. We're just going to go ahead and cover the tops of these guys with this right here. Oops, forgot to break that. Cover these guys with some glass on top, and that's just to make sure in case lightning or anything strikes or any kind of mobs get in here that they won't be able to get in here. So yeah, just cover them up with glass like that. Make sure they're safe and secure. By the way, make sure you don't have any green coat villagers, because obviously they cannot have a profession. And make sure that your guys don't have food, otherwise they will start throwing food back and forth and start breeding. Make sure that they're fresh new guys, because if not, then they'll start breeding, and then you'll have multiples. And you can still work with it. You just have to kill them, because we can only have 5 in each chamber. If you have 6 in each one, it would mess it up. If you have 7, of course. So make sure you have 5 and 5, no more, no less. And then we're just gonna go ahead and finish this up. As you can see, cats are already spawning in here, because it's already considered a village. And then that's pretty much it. All we will have to do is go ahead and hop down here to the bottom where we can go and AFK at. As you can see, just full of all of our junk. But that 3 string is straight up from the cat, so it doubles as a string farm. And then now all we have to do is wait, and any second now we should start getting ourselves some iron golems. You can just AFK pretty much wherever you want. As you can see right there, that's already one iron golem, and it's just been a few seconds. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for this farm video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found it helpful. Again, if you have any questions about it or comments, I'll be in the comment section down below answering comments like always. But like I always say, thank you guys for watching another video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.